Today we're wow, exciting, thrilling. This is a really good start to stream. I hope you guys enjoy. I was like, I want to do some. Sorry, I want to get this fucking crowd control pack to work. We could do this without crowd control, but I was really excited. I need, give me some thoughts, right? Bam, look, there's some land. Triangle? Okay, hold on. We can do triangle. Ooh, look at all these triangles. What kind of triangle do we want? Sphere? That's not a triangle. It's also a 3D shape. An otter-shaped continent. Okay, all right, here we go. We're getting into it. Okay, let's do these in order. Triangle, obtuse. So what is that? That's just like a long one. So let's do like up here, right? Like a. Wait, that's not quite. Hold on. Like so, something like this, right? So we start with this. We have our triangle. This is also. Oh, right. Bookie's sending me a thing. Let me. This is today's disaster. All right. Roughly based on this. Okay, hold on. Let me show this. Open link. So something like this. It's a little too curvy, I think, but let's turn down the brush size, and then we'll give it like a little tail, and then do like a little one of these, and then we'll give it like a little leg down here, and another little leg. I'm not an artist, as you guys probably know. I love him, the little fat otter. He's kind of I don't know if he's better. He's kind of fat, which isn't correct.
What is up, Drumlet Nation?
Okay, we'll do like a little leg there and a little leg there. There we go. Okay. Decagon fused with rectangle. Okay, Kai, where would you like your decagon fused with rectangle? This is our current space. We got all the space out here. We got space out here. You could put it near other things. North center. Okay, so straight up here. Wait, they have a polygon tool. And then we can do a rectangle. It could stick out in proportion. Oh, some like this. Where do we want to put the circle? I think pizza's gone. Where do we want to put the circle? What we could do is we could have a landmass that we try and draw that we say is like floating above the water, but we can't really visually represent that. Put some clouds under it. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, we'll try to make this look good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna put the circle like over here. Smaller again, and we'll put a bunch of clouds around it. Darken a bunch. Do around like this too. It's just a really hard edge. I feel like we need something else there, but I don't know what it is. What other spaces and shapes do we want? Bear shaped. Okay. We have like a teddy bear, or we have like an actual bear. The bear. Okay.
An island that looks like how a kid would draw a candy.
Here's a little snout, bear head. Give him like a little ear, and then has like a little bloop, kind of thick bear leg, but that's fine. That feels very bear shaped. Let's put I think the candy like in here maybe. Like we'll do like a little candy. The bear can be trying to eat some candy. This world is gonna be weird. And then finally, KGU, where should your shape go? Maybe like close up to here so it can like be close to this continent. So something like this. Okay, how do we feel about our world? Little eyes behind the bear, like little poops. Poop, and then boop, 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 boop. Long poop. I would like to connect Siesta, that's this one, right? With decagon, with shape of Greater Poland. Okay, I'll look in Discord. They'll come from the middle. Okay, let me look at that. Are you just trying to remake Poland? You want to connect this to this with this shape. Go here, we have a little bloop, like this, and like that. This is a pretty full world. I think we're probably good here to start putting down things. So let's start with like wintry mountains, right? Let's go through one by one. We have a lot of mountain types. First, let's start with our biggest mountains, our snowy mountains. Where do we want mountains? I know you said you want some mountains on the bear. Let's a big one there, one here, one here, right? Some big mountains there. Where else do we want mountains?
Okay, I'm back. What's up? You want mountains? Where do you want these peaky lil tings? Want them over in New Poland? We can have them going right across like this. Oh, you want them going down? Haha, we can do that. Neon.
God damn it. I normally hit the BR back screen, but since I left it up for you guys, I forgot. Opinions and thoughts. We already have a lake up here, obviously. Where else do we want lakes? And you were saying lakes on the otters. We could add, what if we had like little otter eyes? So we do like a little bloop, 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 bloop. Near the mountains. Like over like here kind of thing. Like something like that. Above the mountains. There's not really a lot of room above. Oh, we could put one up here actually. And that could be like the bear's eye. Belly lakes? We can give it a belly lake. Big old belly lake. Heart-shaped belly in the left otter. Little heart lake. We need to figure out climates a little bit because the type of climate is going to influence what types of trees and stuff there are, right? So let's go through these. So right now we have grassy. So we'll leave everything as grassy's default and then we will fill in other things. We could make the little triangle a desert. Maybe this is like a little oasis. Any other spots we want to do deserts? What if we put like a bit of a desert on this side actually? This like river kind of be the bit that separates. So you said having Arctic to moderate climate. Let's put the opacity down and we'll just kind of run this around. And then we will take the snow. So we do like a bit of a similar thing. We start, you know, make this all kind of snowy, Arctic-y. Ooh, we could do swamp otter. That's fun. This feels very swampy to me. What if Candy Island was like volcanic? What if we make Candy Island like fucking awful? Okay, let's do trees. I feel like doing trees. I don't remember what those trees look like. One sec. Are these like pine trees? What? They look pine tree-esque, but not. Yeah, they're kind of pine tree-esque. So I could have a big forest. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, let's make some denser areas of this. So this could be a very dense sort of forest. How do we feel about this? This is our world, and we can adjust the world over time. But how do we feel about this, like on a base level? Julie, you wanted to add a custom landmark. So, what is your landmark? What is anything you want, really? It can be a really tall peak. It can be like a literal just a fucking tower that's in the middle of the desert, right? Like anything that you want to call a landmark. Loaf world. A gem mine. We can do that. Can I flip this? So like, where are we thinking? Like in here maybe? Grizzly Cavern. No, it doesn't have to be super original. Because if someone hears Grizzly Cavern, then they feel, they understand. Okay, Where Blake has added an NPC. Where Blake, this is the one you had a name for earlier, right? NPC named Tim Dim but not so bright, right? A non-binary turtle who is chaotic neutral, who's a shop vendor. Not very intelligent, sells broken stuff. Okay. What kind of stuff does he sell? Tools and weapons. Wholesome broken stuff, tools and weapons. Great. We'll do Kai's because I haven't heard from Green Bean yet. So let's start with your first one. Alba Arse. Okay. Primary import is food, livestock. Also, where do you want it? Center of the continent near mountains. Oh, well, okay. There are a lot of mountains. Like over here? So how about this? How does this feel? Right in here. Okay, next, Mike. You have added a custom landmark, not a random landmark. What landmark would you like to add? I would like to make it in the left down corner to the polygon forest. What is, you've said polygon forest. I don't quite know what you mean. And what do you want it to be? What is your landmark? Oh, you want the landmark to be the forest? Like that's okay, I'm just confirming. The city is in the mountain next to the polygon forest. Okay, the city that's directly next, I assume. Do you have a name for your city, Mike? I'll call it Polygon City right now, I'll change it later. Okay. How much do you imagine the city is above the ground? Like, do we have like this type of thing above the ground? or is it more of like a mine entrance, do you think? A bit on the surface like the middle one. Does this feel like it matches? Okay, a ghost, which is what it says in here, which means someone's in anonymous mode, added a random legend. So we'll have to generate a random legend. This is my website that has a bunch of generators I have made. So let me look through some of these and see if there's anything good in here. Okay, I do kind of like the idea of magma goats, which is a custom. It's obviously not a real one. I feel like we take magma goat and we have like the history of the magma goats or the legend of the magma goats on Candy Island. What does my site say about magma goats? It says that they are slightly energetic. They're most often found in desert environments as a social creature. Okay, we'll use that. They burrow into the earth to make their home. If they like love magma, right? So the idea is like they're gonna be burrowing in these mountains. That's horrifying. You'll find many magma goats making up a hive as a hive structure. These goats are horrifying. They're enemies of adult copper dragons. Is on a noble quest to eliminate all adult copper dragons. Okay, we'll just say copper dragons. Hates copper dragons. Wants to eliminate them all. They're even-tempered and sociable. They're they're well known for like playing pranks. Maybe the magma goats fucking hate pranks because of their pranks, and they're just like really annoyed at all the pranks that the copper dragons keep playing on them. So the copper dragons are just coming over here and fucking with all the magma goats, and they're just getting pissed, and they're like, fuck the dragons. A legend that tells of the great wars between the magma goats and copper dragons, and we're going to mark the ghosts legend as approved. Okay, Mr. New, you have added a settlement, a metropolis that's underground, that exports art and imports art? Can you give us some details, Mr. New? First, a name and where it is located. Name is Canadian Canada. On the island of the top right. This one? The desert? So to confirm, you're calling this Canadian Canada is the name of the city.
Canada.
Okay, Blake, we're going back to you. You said Bear Island, but for Logging Village. Okay, what is it called? Give us a name. Sob Ridgeworth is a small logging village. Primary export is lumber, which makes sense. And then the primary import is random, so we'll just generate a settlement and take whatever it's imports daggers. And then, Mr. New, you will be on deck with your NPC, so be prepared with them. First name Corey, and he's a good boy. I'm going to veto putting me in here, especially since you put the occupation as sex worker, Mr. New. I see what you are trying to do, but I'm going to veto that. Sorry. I can refund you, or you can come up with something else. What is your legend, Kai? Oh my god, you're so fast. It's one of those weird, it's like when you play a D&D game, and like you have one person who's like,
I was born in the ashes of fire, and my mother and father died before me.
And you have another guy who's like, I'm Squeaks the Clown! It's like the different, it's like a weird mishmash. Oh god, okay. The T-Communist Pirates, okay. Elven pirates who board ships and force feed their mystical communist tea, which might heal you or make your heels grow 2 times their size for a brief moment? They originate from Canadian Canada. They weren't too happy when the city's obsession with coffee and art. They also sell t-shirts for Duck Lake for 50% off. The captain insists on speaking in rhyme. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. There's a lot going on here. I'm just gonna copy this. Do you have details about both the captain and the cabin boy, since you did name some details about them? The cabin boy is an elderly gent and the captain is a young lady. Do you have like names for them? Captain poops a lot. Again, this is the weird, we have like Kai's like creating a novel over here, and then we have like Captain poops a lot and Mr. Yo. Big Betty, great name so far. An enormous merchant who exclusively sells tiny teacups, refuses to use pathways wider than 3 feet. So they can't go into like really any cities. That's great. Thank you for that, Ember. I appreciate that. I'm again surprised at how much you guys like got into this. In like a good way. I was surprised how much you guys are like so into this. I want to go and do more stuff that is like making like a little world and like progressing things and all stuff. Look at all we did today. We did this together. Hey, what's up? I'm on my phone because I just moved. Isn't that cool? Thanks for watching this video. That's pretty rad of you. This is a bit of an older video because I have since changed around my setup and recording a lot. So if the video was a little weird, that's why. But that's totally cool. I don't think I have anything more to say here. Be cool. Like the video, subscribe. That I'm supposed to say that. I will see you for our next video, which will be even better than this one. Kisses.